Composting is important because it keeps organic waste and related greenhouse gases out of the landfills. Sorry.
No, you're doing great.
Composting. Hi, I'm Sue Vang, the Zero Waste and Engagement Program Manager at UC Davis Sustainability. I'd like to tell you why our campus waste goals are so important and how you can help. You might be familiar already with recycling, which is creating something new out of waste. Composting is a specific type of recycling where you're taking food and other organic waste like paper and wood products and making soil amendments. Composting is important because it keeps organic waste and related greenhouse gases out of the landfills. That's why we have goals and state mandates to divert more compost out of our landfills. And that's why Sustainability partnered with various groups, including facilities, grounds, and solid waste, and FOA Comms, to install centralized bins around campus that include compost collection. Over the last year and a half, we've worked and are continuing to install more than 300 sets of centralized bins across campus buildings. They're centralized because most of them are in lobbies, although some of them are in other spaces, but it's a common area, and then they're all together, and that's the key part of it. It's important that they're all together because otherwise people might not take the time to walk even just a few feet to properly divert, like compost versus landfill. These bins include landfill, container recycling, paper recycling, and compost bins. And they meet the color requirements and the labeling requirements mandated by the state. State requirement actually requires us to have any landfill bin that we have, we need to have a compost or recycle bin on campus, like any landfill. On our campus, that's going to be very hard to do, especially by the time those requirements are starting to get enforced. But this is like a really big effort to show that we're trying as best we can and managing the indoor portion of it as much as possible. For more information about the project and to see where these buildings are located, check out the facilities link.
So these are the centralized bins. You can see they're color coordinated: black for landfill, blue for recycle, and green for compost. And then they are labeled, and some buildings will have signs at the top. Otherwise, you can just check out what goes in them based on the stickers on the top.
Look out for these new bins in the lobbies and common spaces of your buildings. It's important to sort properly to reduce contamination in the various waste streams on campus. In the compost stream, you put items like paper products or food scraps, and also compostable plastics. Just look for the number 7 PLA on the bottom. And wood products and paper products can also be composted. One tip on composting is that if you're composting your produce like a banana or an apple, make sure to take the produce sticker off, as that is not compostable. In the recycling stream, we accept containers with plastics numbers 1 through 6. Again, just look on the bottom for the recycling symbol and the number. And we also take glass containers and metal containers and clean aluminum foil. The landfill stream typically is all the single-use plastics that are not made from compostable plastics or plastic filmed bags and wrap. Things like gloves and foam are also supposed to be landfilled. Some common mistakes when sorting your waste: be aware that compostable plastics look like conventional plastics. You should never recycle a compostable plastic. In addition, some items are made of multiple types of materials. For example, this condiment package has paper on the outside, but foil and plastic on the inside. This needs to be landfilled and not recycled. Another tip is that when you're recycling your containers, make sure they're empty. And finally, if you have a paper cup and a plastic lid, separate those. The paper cup can go into compost. The lid may go into compost if it's a number 7 PLA, but if it's a number 6 like this one here, it goes into the recycling bin.
So those were some tips on how to compost and recycle and reduce and reuse your waste. If you have questions on other materials or want more tips, check out the sustainability website. Thanks for watching.